The NFL draft is quickly approaching, and no better place would I rather be than right here with the Flex Zone family and my right hand man, Cravante Bebe, previewing the 2025 group of prospects, Cravante, and yet again, another potential star in the NFL,
Yep.
Abdul Carter, as we keep this train moving.
Yep. Absolutely. Arguably he's a top, arguably the top player in this draft and has been pretty much, throughout the year. Small hiccup. I believe he had a foot injury not too long ago, but absolutely an athletic freak. We got another one, Byron. Another one, an athlete that's running all over the field, can go sideline to sideline. Look at the bend. Look at the dip. Did you see the bend and dip right there? Look at this. Look. You ain't doing nothing with that. He held his hands. The lineman held his hands, and he still got by him. Like the bending at the waist is top tier. The if the lineman if you don't got good feet, he's going to expose you. He got the inside move, he got the outside move, and absolutely explosive. His first step off the line is a beast. Is absolutely a problem. He reminds me of a guy who recently came out of Penn State. Um, and Parsons. He had some he had some Von Miller, a lot of Von Miller in him as well. But naturally he looks like Michael Parsons.
Real quick, Cravante, Abdul Carter, defensive end junior. A lot of juniors coming out this year. Six
For
foot
sure.
three out of Penn State. So he played in a very tough conference in the Big Ten, 250 pounds, as you mentioned, the foot injury. Cravante, he started out as an inside linebacker, moved to defensive end, and you mentioned wearing number 11. Micah Parsons wore it. LeVar Arrington wore Cravante. And I don't know if you know this, obviously covering Maryland and immersing myself in Big Ten football. LeVar Arrington Jr. will be wearing number 11 this coming season. So look out for that, young brother. We know the name. So wearing number 11, that is their call to action. And I think Abdul Carter does remind me of Micah Parsons, kind of without the off the field. He's not doing all the extra stuff off the field.
Right. Absolutely. Um, Supreme elite level athlete is nothing like the get off. Because he is an absolute how they say game wrecker. From the outside, you as a quarterback, you can never get comfortable because he coming off the edge. It's like it's some heat. It's constant heat, and constant consistent heat coming, and it's like every place. Like, gosh, you have to be able to move. If well, I guess in this day and age in the NFL, there's not that many statue guys. They're slowly phasing their way out. You got to be able to move, man, because he's coming off the edge. If your tackle is shaky, you need slide protection or something. Now, if we're gonna go to again, even though he is an elite level prospect, um, if we have to go to a weakness, um, he's probably the crazy thing is he's not really a true edge because he just recently switched, which means from what we've seen thus far, if he hones in on what his position is now, and somebody really gets with him and show him, say what he could be, he'll be through the roof because he's only been doing this what, a year. Like he just made he was an off ball linebacker, and now he's an edge, and he's arguably, I don't see him going past two, 2, 3 at the latest in this draft. But I would say, um, because he hasn't been playing rush long, and it's not even really a weakness. It's not even really a concern. It's just something to think about. Also, I just caught wind of this stat. Uh, Missed tackle rate. His is pretty high. His is pretty high. He's in the 20. Look, we have 27.6 missed tackle rate. That's not good. Especially a guy of his size. It's just when you get in there, understanding that you have to wrap up. But I mean, like I said, I have to nitpick because he's a profile. There's got to be a weakness. I don't think nobody's a perfect prospect in this draft, but he's damn close.
See, while that plays, while that plays, real quick, his stats 2022, 56 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks. 2023, 48 tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, and then 68 this past year, where he did first year switching from that off ball linebacker to the end, 68 tackles, 4 pass breakups, 23.5 tackles for loss, Cravante, 12 sacks.
Yeah, he looks like he can be a double-digit sack guy, from coming into the NFL. Like maybe even year one, depending on where he goes. Matter of fact, I don't think it matters. Anyway, I don't need top 3. They all could use him, but I think he's obviously an instant starter, day one, and he's what everybody. He's a elite player at a premium position. We all could use that.
Are the Browns going to be goofy and pass on him and deny the opportunity of having 2 of maybe the better pass rushers in the league from day one? I mean, you cannot pass on this brother at 2 because it seems like number 1 is all but Cam Ward, at least right now.
Right. That's what it feels. That's definitely the feeling, is that the Titans are, if they can't move the pick, if they gotta how do you say, stick and pick, they is probably gonna go Cam Ward. And I mean, Abdul Carter is in play at 1 as well. How good do they feel about Cam Ward? Again, like we was talking before, the Giants pick 3, right? The Giants should be hyping up both quarterbacks. I think the Titans and the Giants should be doing the same thing. Keep putting out. I don't care. What they say, this is smoke and mirrors. This is lying season. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's free agency, draft, we lying. Everybody lying. We love Cam Ward. We love Shedeur Sanders. We don't know which one we're going to pick. That's how the Titans should be, to try to get more picks, to try to get a haul, because Cam Ward not gonna save him. I don't think Cam Ward is that guy to save a franchise, but they need to be trying to hype these guys to him. Maybe we should move up. It might be the Giants to move up and get a quarterback. Who knows? But Cleveland, Abdul Carter is the pick. If the Titans don't pick him at 1, Abdul Carter has to be the pick.
I could see this brother being a potential defensive player of the year.
Absolutely.
You know, I think he has that potential. And we saw in the Super Bowl, like you mentioned, with the Georgia prospects that we will talk about and have talked about. When you have that defensive line, when you can dominate the line of scrimmage, as we always like to say, it helps and goes a long way. And you saw it with the Eagles. You've seen it with previous teams before.
Yep.
And Abdul Carter, I mean, put him next to Myles Garrett. I just don't see how you pass that up.
Ain't no way. There's no way. But then again, we're talking about the Cleveland Browns. So, everything is on the table. Everything and nothing's on the table. I mean, honestly, they should explore trading the pick 2, because Abdul Carter is not going to change too much, because offensively they ain't got much nothing over there offensively, but they could be one of the better defenses in the league. So if you gotta pick, Abdul Carter is Abdul Carter has to be the pick if you can't trade.
No way he falls out the top 5, right, Cravante?
Zero chance. Worst case, he's at 3. I think the worst case, he's at 3. Yeah, man. The Patriots will love him. The Patriots will love him. What the Patriots pick at 4?
4, picking at 4.
The Patriots will love him. Like, if in a dream scenario, for the Patriots, if both quarterbacks are picked in the top 3, they're getting a guy. They're going to get a bona fide guy at 4, whether it be Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. And we'll talk about, Joe, talk about Travis Hunter at a later time. But there's no way he falls past 4. I think he's the pick at 2, but
Yeah.
there's no way he goes past 4.
Well, we will see what happens as the NFL draft is quickly approaching. And Cravante, we got more draft profiles on the way.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Hit that subscribe button, sack it like Abdul Carter, hit that thumbs up, comment down below, let us know your thoughts on this profile and any others you want us to cover. The Flex Zone Podcast, giving you the NFL draft coverage how you want it, Cravante.
When you need it.
We'll see you on the next one right here on the Flex Zone.